We are back. And we're back. Thank you so much for those who are joined from day one till date. Some have even joined from preliminaries. We appreciate you all. We appreciate you all. Appreciate you all. For those that catch replays, we appreciate you all. For those that share the links, we appreciate you all. We're doing this together. What you have just confirmed is that you are partnering with us on this, and we are pushing this out and blessing as many men as possible together. God bless you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you for all the support. So please subscribe to the channel, share with your loved ones, your friends, as much as possible, and try to get the best of this. Try to get the best of this challenge yourself. And even me, myself, I'm benefiting from this challenge. So please, we're all in this together. We're all in this together. Okay, so to the topic of today, our focus for today essentially has something to do with sleeping. And all over the Bible, right, is written about sleeping. There's a few parts that talked about the importance of sleeping, right? God sent somebody into a deep sleep so that he can do some work on the person. But God does that deep sleep, gets the work accomplished, and then it's out. But other parts, and most other parts, talks about a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the arms to sleep, and so will your poverty come upon you, and things like that. Love not sleep, and stuff like that. So sleep, as good as it is, when it comes to the science of it, is not good when you are speaking of your essence, when you are speaking of your spirituality, when you are speaking of your purpose in life. You should never be caught sleeping. Never be caught sleeping. Never be caught sleeping. Anyways, we'll dive into this, and I trust that it's going to be a great blessing to your lives, and we're going to get something substantial out of this. Okay. So going into the matter, what qualifies a man as asleep? What qualifies a man as asleep? What qualifies a man as asleep? A man that is asleep is a man, and admit, you can reduce my area. I'm fine. I'm okay with that, so that people can see this. Beautiful. A man who is asleep is a man who could be aware or awake to a lot of other things, but is asleep to the core of his essence. The core of his essence is asleep to his purpose, is asleep to his core duties, either in marriage, in life, parenting. He's asleep to those things. He's asleep to those things. This man can actually even lead family meeting, can lead a particular initiative in the office. He can be the leader of the team in the office. He can be the director of some sort. But there is some part of his essence that he is supposed to be awake to that he is not awake to. I'm here to tell you today that you are asleep to one thing or the other. And there are different layers. There are different layers of this. It's like onion layers, right? You feel that you're already awake to something, but there is one thing or some things that you are asleep to. And there's a call to you today. There's a call to you to arise, O sleeper. Arise, O sleeper. Arise, O sleeper. Arise. Let's look at the word, and we'll be able to get the juice of the entire details. Let's look at the word together. All right. In the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 14. I will read up and down as we go, right? So that I can provide some more clarity to what we're speaking to. But Let's just read this verse so that we can get the crux of the matter from it. It says, for anything that becomes visible is light. I was talking about darkness and light, some attributes that people have had, how it's not supposed to be named among us. Then it says, for anything that becomes visible is light. Therefore, it says, awake, O sleeper. Awake, O sleeper. I want you to tap yourself, as in just tap yourself. Awake, 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 O sleeper. Because there's one thing or the other that you are sleeping too. There's one thing or the other that you are sleeping too. He said, awake, O sleeper, and arise from the dead. I didn't want to put this out. I won't scare everybody, but I was supposed to be awake from the dead. The dead. Awake, O sleeper, arise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. And Christ will shine on you. I mean, King James Version puts it better. Now, when I'm delving in further into the scriptures, I probably would refer to King James Version. But let's just pick it from here first. Awake, O sleeper. Now, ask yourself, what am I sleeping to? What am I sleeping to? Is it that you are a man, and like we said in day 2, you are asleep to the fact that marriage is supposed to be the beginning of your life, the beginning of your journey, and you are not doing well at that? Marriage is supposed to be the beginning of your journey, but you are not doing well at focusing on that. You are focusing on the finances, you are focusing on building your career, which are all good. But in the few years, not even many years, let's say a few years, the past few years, my interaction with people, I've found people who are in their late 30s, 40s, some even late 40s, that don't even know the way about how they're going to get married. As in, there's no clue yet. For ladies, to an extent, it's forgivable, even though it's traceable also, but to an extent, it's forgivable, right, for ladies. But for the man, you are the one who will speak, you are the one who will propose, you are the one who's supposed to ask, you are the one who's supposed to take the leap. What is going on? What have you been focusing on? What have you been focusing on? What have you been praying about? What have you been all about? What have you been all about? When you wake up in the morning, that's what you're supposed to be thinking of. When everybody is playing and enjoying and taking ice cream and having fun, that's what you're supposed to be thinking of. You're supposed to be looking at options, like, what is supposed to be my direction? So you're not looking at the options and missing out on whatever activity you're supposed to do in whatever space you are, maybe at work or in your spiritual gathering or in church or something. But you are awake to the fact that I need to make a decision. You are awake to the fact that I need to make a move on this at so age. So that is guiding your thoughts. That's guiding your thoughts. You will not, if you are thinking in that direction, if you are thinking in that light, you will definitely not be hanging out with, in quote, loafers. You won't be hanging out with loafers. You won't be hanging out with anybody whose decisions in life or direction in life doesn't align with you. You won't hang out with someone who's not ready to get married in 5 years, for example, if you know you need to get married in 2 years. What are you doing with the girl? And if at all you are going to hang out with such person, then there will be the conversation around, okay, what are we doing here? I want to get married, or I need to get married in the next 2 years. I would love that I'm married in the next 2 years. Are you sure you are okay with this? Or I should just leave you, let you live your life while I live my life? That will be guiding your thoughts. It will be guiding your thoughts. If your focus is on, oh, I need to get married as a young man, then to be guiding the thoughts around how you do your finances. It will guide your spending. It will guide your expenditure. That's not the time when you're going to be doing exotic attires. And you say, oh, I want to have 10 pairs of attires. I want to have 10 pairs of suits. Why? You want to have 3 pieces of tuxedo. Why? Yes, I know your work requires it. Yes, I know your office requires that you do that. But if you are looking at marriage, you are doing a lot of calculations. So it's guiding how you spend and how you save. Conversation that you're having is guiding that thought. You're not having a conversation with your family member, and your family members or your parents, especially parents, are thinking that, oh, he wants to travel abroad. When what they are supposed to be thinking is, how are we supposed to be getting ready? When are you doing your wedding? What date do you have in mind? What should we be planning? Are you sure we should even go on this trip when you're having your wedding soon? And things like that. Some things they're supposed to be thinking about. And as a man, you can even start all these conversations. You can start all these thoughts before finding the person. Because again, this is what is going to confirm to us. This is what's going to confirm to God that you are ready. That's what's going to confirm to God that you are ready. You did not have a job before you had a CV. You did not have a job before you have a skill. You build the skills. You set the structures. You build the capacity that, I can handle this. Then when you sit down in front of someone, present that CV, then the person can say, I think you qualify. Will now hand you the job. So in this explanation now, see the wife or the marriage as the job. For you to get the job, you need the CV. Build the CV. Start building the CV now. Let it be your conversation. Build the CV. Do the application. The application is you thinking about it, praying about it, processing it. Let it be your thoughts. So you're not just, everybody is in church. You're not just in church laughing. Everybody laughing till you laugh. No, if everybody is laughing, quickly look around. Look at how the girls are laughing. Which laugh do you like? Which laugh is appealing to you? Look around. Look. During worship, open your eyes sometimes and look. How people are worshiping. Who is crying? Even though crying is not supposed to qualify who is spiritual. But sometimes you can tell. You can tell from the interactions. Don't get carried away. You're looking at dressing, you're looking at what you're not supposed to be looking at. Be focusing on who is moving about. Service is going on. This also person is the person carrying camera, or not maybe even no camera. This person coordinating this and that. Do you understand? Let your eyes be sharp, because it's just the way you go on the internet and you're looking for a job. You're looking for the job and you're looking for which one is good, which company is good. Is this company good? You're doing research. You're asking questions. Ask questions. Go to the leaders and say, please, I would like to know a little about that girl, sir. About that lady, sir. About that woman, sir. Depending on what age you are. Make moves. Let it be your thought. That means you are awakening to the fact that you need to get married. A lot of men are not awake to this. And I can't say it enough. There are a lot of other things I could tell you as an unmarried man, a young single man that is supposed to get married. There's a lot of things I can tell you. Business, investment, all those things, right? Going global and all those things. I can tell you all those things. But the very core of your being, except you know that God has set you as one of those that won't get married. It's a discussion for another day. I have a serious issue with that. Except you are holding missions of people that I've seen in the Bible. Except you have old missions of those people that I've seen in the Bible. And it's difficult for you to find a woman who can agree that no problem on this mission that God has committed into your hands. Even if you die, I don't mind. I will take care of myself and I will take care of the kids. Except if those two things are sorted. I don't agree that you're not supposed to get married. I don't agree. Or you're not cognitively sound to get married. Yeah, no problem. I can let that go. But you're a full-blooded alpha male man. Get married. Get married. That is the way that God propagates his kingdom. That's the way that God blesses this earth. Get married. Let that be your awakening. Awake to it. Awake to it. Awake to it this year. This year, let's celebrate many men who made the move, who put the thoughts in place and got to the point and got married. And they did it God's way. Now, if you're a married man, or you're a single man who admits some mistakes and you already have a kid, are you awake? Are you awake to the growth and development of your child? Or you're still asleep? That's also another question you need to ask yourself. Are you awake or you're asleep? Do you just think that they are like flowers or plants that just put it in a potted plant and it will grow, it will be fine? Even potted plant needs to be watered. Potted plant needs to be watered, and sometimes potted plant needs to be transplanted. After a while, you need to say, oh, this pot is not enough again for this potted plant. By the way, I need to transplant my aloe vera. This potted plant is not enough again for me to keep in this pot. I need to transplant it somewhere else. Or I need to add some nutrients. Or I need to water it. Or I need to trim some things so that it grows. That's for plants. So why would you want to leave your child to just lie fallow? Just lie fallow. All you just do every morning is wake up, get them to dress up, send them to school. Then in the weekend, send them to church. Then on Saturday, leave them in front of the TV. Like, really? Seriously? And you and I you want me and you now to sit down and agree that you are going to build world changers like that? Oh, we are jokers now. If you have such agreement, then both of us are jokers. Because it's not possible. Things are built out of intentionality. I can go on and on for families. They are built based on intentionality. Recently, I was having the 200 years conversation with my son. And you don't even have to go to 200 years. Leave John to 200 years. Do 50 years. In the next 50 years, what would this our family look like? In the next 50 years, where will you be? And then ask the child, in the next 50 years, where would the child be? In the next 50 years, what would be the situation or the circumstance around the child of your child? Think about it. Just think. Don't think too far. Just think like 3 or 4 generations. Like, how will it be? What will it be like based on what we are doing right now? Based on what they are learning right now? Because if you think that they are growing, they are developing based on autopilot, I can assure you, something else is growing them. Something else is growing them. There are a lot of multimedia, social media fed children nowadays. As in, oh God, when we get the results, we haven't already getting the result. I mean, I'm going too far to waiting to when we're going to get the result. We're already getting the result. So more and more, they are getting our children addicted to garbage. So they're getting addicted to feeding on garbage, and then the world of AI and tech is getting more and more sophisticated, so that the uselessness of the children that are growing or being fed on garbage will be more profound. It will be more clearer as time goes on, because they'll be so useless to themselves and to the society that it will be clear. It will be clear. I don't want to mention names, but go to some part of the world, you can begin to see it already. Go to some part of the world, you can begin to see it already. And this doesn't even exclude Africa. You can begin to see it. Some, you see the society, you see that community ravaged by drugs. Some, you see that society ravaged by sexual immorality. Some, you see the society ravaged by social media. Every corner you turn, somebody is holding phone and doing this. Every corner, every corner, every school. We need to awake. We need to wake up. We got to wake up. Otherwise, we are jokers. Is it the issue of your marriage? So let's leave parenting. Let's go to marriage. You are married, and the devil has given you this weird idea. Because I can assure you, I'm not looking down on what you are going through or what you think is your reality. But I can assure you that whatever you are thinking in your head that makes you feel that you are in a terrible marriage, you're in a bad marriage, and there is nothing you can do about it, that thing is a mirage. That there is nothing you can do about it is a lie. There is something you can do about it. There's something you can do about everything. There's something you can do about everything. It's just about determination. Am I determined to get this to the point where I know that I did it? And if you push it to that point where you can convince yourself that I did this, you will get some result. Even if you don't get all the result, because in marriage it takes two to tango to a good extent. But there is that law of giving and receiving. There is that law of reflecting, shining, and the reflection. When you make the move, when you take the lead, when you decide to be the matured person in that marriage, I can assure you, sir, that your wife will reflect some part of what you have given up. She'll reflect it. Just keep pumping. Just keep pumping that marriage with good. Rather than you complaining, rather than you bad mouthing, rather than you cursing that marriage, rather than you being silent about what's going on in that marriage, rather than you being lethargic about making moves, rather than you refraining from going for marriage counseling, make the move. Do the work. Put the work in. It's hard. It's very, very hard. I agree. It's very, very hard. It's very, very hard. I know it's difficult, but it is possible. Do it. That is you being awake to your marriage. Some are not awake to their finances. Some are some of us men were so deluded, disillusioned that we think everything about finances is about make money and use money. Make money and spend money. Meanwhile, God has given you that money as a steward. So money enters your hand, no matter how small, no matter how big, but you don't even ask God, what's this money for? What's this money? God can begin to send you. The story of Joseph and Pharaoh and Egypt proves to me that God can start sending you money today, 2025. And that money is meant for 2032. Oh, you didn't know? you know now. God can begin to send you something now that is meant for 7 years from now. God can begin to send you something now that is meant for the generations, 2 generations after you. How do you know if you don't ask? How do you know you're not awake to it? You're asleep. You are spending it. You're buying new clothes, you're traveling, you are enjoying yourself, you're having fun, and most of them are even liabilities. They're even costing you more money. You're asleep. God, time has gone. We need to move. These are things that shows whether you're awake or you're asleep. Okay, speaking to this, right? There are 3 types of men. And I need you to be sincere with yourself and ask yourself, what kind of man am I? There are those that are awake. And, I wish I could enlarge this so that we all see it well, but I believe that we can zoom in. These are men who are awake to their essence. All these things we've talked about, they are awake to those essence. They are doing other things, but they know what's important. So they are not majoring on the minor and neglecting the major. They are majoring on, they know the major and they are majoring on it. They have it on top of their mind, top of their list. Now, the second category are men who are asleep and they are aware that they are asleep. These are the ones that often will argue with, they argue with me right now. As I'm saying this right now, they're like, you're just looking for likes. You're just looking for followers. I have told you at the beginning of this challenge that if it's one man I bless with this challenge, I'm made. One man, we are made. We are satisfied in singles and spouses, even though we get more. You're arguing with what I'm saying right now. All these things, we know these things. Who says somebody's not awake? Why does that make me not awake? You are asleep and you are aware and you are arguing it and you are contending it every day. Your wife, yes, on our behalf, I apologize because your wife most likely had said it or raised the attention to you, or brought it to your attention in a very, very not well presented way, because women are largely emotional. We need to understand that to a good extent as men. But because she has presented it like that, you have decided that, okay, even if it's true, I will not do anything. You're asleep and you're aware you're asleep. Then the third category are those who are asleep, but they are not aware. They're not aware they are asleep. This could be workaholic, this could be alcoholic, anything holic. They are focused on one way, and that's the way. They are focused on one way. Some they're just focused on building their finances. They are telling the kids, what do you need? Do you need money? Do you need money? They give the kid money, move. Some they are focused on enjoyment. They just want to go to the best place to drink. They want to hang out. They want to carry girls. They want to have fun. They are asleep on the importance of their life, but they are not aware. What category do you belong? What are the things that are at stake? Your true essence, your true joy and peace of mind. Some, because of how far that you are cheating or you are bugging yourself with phones, you don't have peace of mind. You can't even leave that phone where your children will touch it. If someone touch your phone, say, hey, don't touch my phone. Who told you to touch my phone? No peace of mind. No peace of mind. Some, in the core of your heart, there's no peace of mind because you know you're not focusing on the right things. Your true enjoyment is at stake. Your children's leverage, what they're supposed to get from you that pushes them further than you were pushed when you were their age, is being missing because you're not focused on the essence, the core of you. Your generations to come, they are at stake because of issues like this. Time goes so far. Now decide now, what is your one action? What one action do you need to pick on, hold on to, and do today that will confirm to you? It will confirm to you because you know in your heart that will confirm to you that you are awake. Get doing it right away, and you'll be on the right path of this 30-day challenge. We're inviting you to scan the QR code to join the Telegram. Scan the QR code, join the Telegram, so that together we can all hold ourselves accountable as we go on the days and after on this challenge. Arise, O sleeper. No more sleep. No more what? No more sleep. Arise, O sleeper. No more sleep. Arise today, and we trust God that as we hold each other's hands, or the other days of the challenge, you produce outstanding results. You produce results that is going to wow the world. They said the entire globe is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. You would arise out of that sleep. You would arise out of that box. You would arise out of that mat that is keeping you down. You would take charge of your home. You would arise. You would arise. And that would be your testimony many days from now. In Jesus' name. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Please like, please share, and please take actions. See you tomorrow, same time, 12:30 West African time, 7:30 Eastern time. Bye-bye.